What's going on, guys? We are back doing a reaction to Dying Light 2 Stay Human official gameplay trailer. Um, this is the first game of a very busy February for me, man. There's Sifu. Actually, Dying Light 2 is first in February. So Dying Light 2, Sifu, Horizon Forbidden West, and Elden Ring, of course, Elden Ring. Um, so yeah, it's a very busy month, man. But Dying Light 2 is the first game up, and I'm very, very excited for it. I want to say like over 100 hours into the first game. I got it pretty late, so I want to say like 2019 is when I first got it, and it came with like all the DLC, and immediately fell in love with that game, man. I'm even not the biggest like zombie person, but like just kind of the twist on parkour being the main sort of crux of that game, or the thing that game was really putting or hanging its hat on. I was just really, really into. I loved the sort of custom how varied the weapons were, for instance, as well, and just how dangerous it was to actually go out into the nighttime. Um, Dying Light 2, I wasn't a big fan of the story with the first game either. Because they did my girl wrong, and they turned her. I hated that. But with Dying Light 2, man, it seems like they are just solely improving everything that they had with the first game, and everything I'm hearing about this game is just like checking off all the boxes for me personally. I have more sort of focus on story, which is always a plus for me. Choices this time around seems like it's going to really impact things, how different things play out, etc., etc. I actually just watched a video today, talking about the sort of like changes in the nighttime gameplay that they're making with Dying Light 2 versus the first game. Um, so for instance, obviously with the first Dying Light, we know that, the volatiles were these things that came out at night. And obviously you ran into more dangerous enemies at nighttime. But there wasn't really too much of a like incentive to go out into the nighttime. But with Dying Light 2, they're saying that there are like some of the zombies that you face, they will stay inside of like indoors, but at nighttime they'll sort of like leave those indoor areas, and it will be free for you to explore those areas, since they're going to be relatively unguarded. So that's definitely more of an incentive for me to be like, okay, now I get to play around at night a lot more than I did in the first game. Find some more rare loot and equipment and things like that during the night, because I never really did that with the first game. So I'm really digging all the changes that they're doing with this new game, and crossing my fingers that they stick the landing, man. But yeah, I know that was a really, really long intro, but yeah, very excited to see what they show off in this. Do we get, I know it says official gameplay, but do they show off anything with a story? Because I feel like that's the only thing I really don't have much of a understanding with, like what they're doing narratively with this one. But yeah, nonetheless, excited to see what they show. So yeah, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Don't screw up the password again. This time, we'll blow your head off.
Sweet. Love you too.
You better get it right. Now listen, Steve, don't try to warn anyone I'm here.
Sounds like Troy Baker.
Rainer said you were a pilgrim.
None of your business.
You think your barking will make an impression on me?
Did you know a girl named Mia?
Mia? No. Who's Mia?
She's my sister.
Promise you'll never leave me alone here. Never.
I won't leave you.
Swear.
I don't have to.
Not him, no!
A
Oh,
long time ago, Waltz hurt her. He took her from me. And I want him to tell me where she is.
Well, that kind of information is expensive.
oh man, dude.
Maybe I can help you.
Welcome to paradise.
Look around, Aiden. What do you see?
Something people outside the walls could
Oh
only dream.
man, dude.
Who would have thought
Oh
the world
man.
was so peaceful? I wish Crane could have seen this.
Juan, it's
Crane?
no sign of weakness to say you were worried.
Death is how we thank traitors. You didn't say you were working for Aiden.
I don't work for Ader, I work for myself.
Here we're all infected.
Oh,
You scared of him?
Most people are.
this volatiles. Whoa. Yeah, we saw this already, I think.
Those who are weak
Oh my god, dude.
just give up. They stop caring about anything.
Oh, yes, the drop kick. Yes.
Give up on life, but you still care.
Drop him.
One move and he dies!
Oh,
Leader call.
god, her voice sounded so familiar.
Whores, bandits, and idiots.
Oh,
Listen, you a citizen of Vinidor.
And in the name of law, you're sentenced to death for treason.
I know what loss is like.
Talking about someone in particular?
She trusted you, and you failed her.
I'll be okay.
You pay for that.
3 against 1? I like those odds.
Count again.
Sometimes you have to become a monster to stay human.
ooh. Oh, yes. Oh,
Nothing could ever tear us apart anyway.
Fuck the plan. We don't know what's up there. You understand nothing. A little boy wants to pretend he's a grown-up. A precious little boy.
damn, dude. I will be shocked. I would be shocked if this game is anything less than great, you know? Like I just oh man, I'm just so excited for this game, dude. I really like that sort of first of all the variety with the enemies in general is just like really striking, man. Um yeah, just more so than the first game. Like obviously there was like a little bit of variety. Like for instance, obviously you had the volatiles, but then also you had sort of the guys in like the hazmat suits, right? You kind of had to like approach them a little bit differently than you would a normal zombie, right? Obviously you had the guys with like the giant like sledgehammers, right? So yeah, there was, and then the ones that were like spitting, right? So obviously you had your different types, but just this little 3-minute trailer, man. They just went all out in showing you like exactly like, hey, these are the different types of enemies you're gonna be fighting in this game, right? So yeah, that was really cool. I also like the emphasis on sort of the like man, the what I am assuming to be sort of all the different like factions in this game, and who again I'm assuming to be like the leaders of said factions, right? Because we got to look at a ton of different characters in this game, and they all look relatively interesting. I'm excited to get to know each and every one of them, and I wonder, with this game being much more sort of leaning into like player choice and stuff like that, if there is sort of like a Fallout Skyrim-esque thing of you choosing to lean towards one faction versus another, something along those lines. And how could that choice sort of like, what ripple effect could that ensue by making such a choice? I would really hope that that's sort of like where we're going with this, but maybe not, who knows. Glad to see that the dropkick is still in there. That's a Dying Light staple that I need in this game, right? So I'm glad to see it's still here. Environment wise, I really like it. What was the location in the first game called? Haran, right? I think. It's been a while since I played it, but yeah, I think Haran, and like it was okay. Old Town though was like that was the place where after I beat the game, I was just running around there for fun, the verticality, right? And it's really nice to see that this game seems to be delivering on verticality in sort of the same fashion that Old Town did in the original game. So yeah, I'm really digging that. Also a lot of the interiors as well. I also really like how a lot of these locations, like you could tell that it's just like because Old Town was very much like it was still like this city that sort of like survived the apocalypse, right? Like it was still like you could conceivably see it as, you know, just like a city that existed before the apocalypse and it's still standing tall, right? But here it's almost like people needed to start from scratch or were starting from scratch and they built these places up themselves almost. That's the feeling that I get. Seeing these sort of like shackled or whatever, sort of like shoddily put together, you know, towers and buildings and stuff like that. Um, yeah, it's really really cool, man. You had some girl like singing, like a performer or something. Um, this girl with like the blue little like beret. I wonder. Yeah, like she like I got the impression that she was maybe like a faction leader or something. But yeah, man, these buildings look so tall, man. Um, yeah. Oh, and then okay, so you have like a glider, right, or a paraglider, whatever it's called. Um, very cool. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just scrubbing through this trailer really quick, man, because there's so much in here. Again, it just looks fantastic, man. It really does. I guess the other big oh yeah, so I was gonna touch on this, man, because I don't know story wise. I've been pretty like radio dark with this game, except for recently, because now I feel like the excitement is like building up. So now I'm like kind of like cheating and like looking at certain things here and there. But the story is the one thing that I remain sort of like blind about, and I didn't know that this game was taking place like I guess what I'm trying to say, I didn't know when this game was taking place, right? If it was gonna be before the first game or during the same time as the first game or after the first game, right? So the fact that they called out Kyle Crane's name, right? Um, is really really interesting to me, man. I like that little connection that's tying it back to the first game. I really really like that. Um, yeah, that's a really cool nod. That I was totally blindsided by. I was not expecting that. Um, yeah, so that was really cool to see. I wonder because Rosario Dawson in this game, I don't know why. I thought they like tweeted her that she was gonna be like in this game, but I thought it was gonna be like a DLC thing or she was just gonna be like in a mission or something like that. So I'm watching this. This is the first time I've you know known about that she's actually like a really integral part to this story. So I wonder, is she Mia, the sister of the main character? Um, that's sort of the impression that I got, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, man, I guess that's pretty much it, man. I feel like I could talk about this game for like another 20 minutes because there's so much to digest in this trailer. But yeah, man. I mean, you look at like 2022 in general, like how stacked of a year this is, and Dying Light 2 is honestly like near the top for me in terms of like games that I'm super super excited about. Along with like Horizon, Elden Ring, and God of War, like yeah, like Dying Light 2 is up there, man, and it's right around the corner, man. I can't believe it. It's right around the corner. So yeah, man, this was a fantastic trailer. I really hope this game sticks to the landing, man. I really, because I know it's been through development hell and all that. Crossing my fingers for the best, man. But yeah, this trailer looked really, really good. But yeah, man, that's it for this reaction. Like, comment, subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.